Hello, it's Mrs. Thomas again for some art. Today we just have a fun assignment. We're going to be coloring something with the theme for Halloween. And the thing we're going to be drawing, and you may color it in if you like, is a picture of candy corn. I took this picture in the grocery store at Target of some candy corns that were in a bag. You all know this kind of candy. So we're going to be drawing that on the thing that I show you here on the other camera. It's shaped like the candy corn with 3 sections. This is how it will look, something like this at the end when you're done. So what you're going to need for our project today are some things that went home in your art bag. You'll need some crayons or some colors of some sort. You'll need your Sharpie, your black pen, or a pencil to draw with. That would be fine too. And then you need the worksheet that went home. And that worksheet is in your pack of materials like this. It's 2 sheets together. One is the blank candy corn, and one has a pattern. You'll need this worksheet. And you'll also need a dice. So take a minute, pause me, and go get your supplies. Okay, we've got our stuff. So what we see on this sheet is the different patterns for the 3 parts of the candy cane, Pattern 1 is the top. Pattern 2 is the middle, the 1, 2, and number 3 is pattern 3. How we will color it in is based on the dice, how we roll the dice. I'll show you a sample of what I mean by this. We're learning about making designs. And we would throw a 2, and I would look at the number 2. For number 1, I look at, I made a mistake. You look at pattern for number 1, and it's a 2. And you would draw that. So as you can see, our pattern sheet has all kinds of, we'll practice that some more with the dice, but I want to show you all these different patterns. I see wavy lines. Here and here I see straight lines. I see dots. Lots of patterns. Now, of course, we have patterns all around us in our home. And I'll show you some examples of patterns that are near me now. For example, this rock, this shell has patterns, right? It has a pattern at the top, goes round and round. That has a pattern. When you were little, you probably used to play with patterns like this, where you would make patterns of colors. Red, green. So patterns can help us understand the world and put the world together. Math has a lot of patterns. Here's a basket I have. And in the basket, you can see a pattern on the side. A weaving pattern, a texture pattern. Inside, there's a necklace. That necklace has a pattern. Things like that. Here's an eyeglass case in my basket. And it has a pattern of yellow, orange, yellow, red. So maybe today and tomorrow you'll look around your house and see patterns of colors or of shapes. But today we're going to use again our pattern on our sheet. When I did one to prepare, this is a finished one, and I had rolled the dice, and the first pattern told me what to do. And the next pattern told me what to do for 1, 2, and 3. I have different patterns. So we're ready to practice rolling for our first pattern. You might want to have a practice piece of paper where you could practice the shape that you're making. So again, I have my dice. I have a place where I'm going to throw my dice. This is just for practice. And I'm practicing for number 1, the number 1 shape in my candy corn. I'll roll the dice and it says 6. So for pattern 1, I look all the way down to where 6 is, and it is straight lines. The first shape 1, 1, and the 6 and the 6 match there. So it's lines. I don't feel I need to practice the lines, but watch me fill it in. I'm going to use a thick marker, and I'm filling in my top number 1 shape with my lines. So how about if you do number 1 now? Get your dice ready to roll it. You're going to be doing number 1 down the sheet, and you're going to match your dice to the picture. I got a 4. What did you get? Match it to the number 4. And there's your shape for your first one. So study the pattern. Now that one I would practice, but go ahead and roll for yourself while I practice that. What shape are you working on? Is it an easy one or a hard one? I think I got a hard one. In my shape, things go up and down, and they have to match. So I practiced a little, maybe you did too, but go ahead and fill in the number 1 section. Now I'm going to go to number 2. Come on, baby. Give me a good pattern. 6. Number 2, all the way down to the 6. 6. I'm going to have to do those lines now. Do you have your shape ready? Did you practice? Ready to draw? Here we go. A circle. That's the start of mine. Second shape. How you doing? You don't have to hurry. You can do it as fast or as slow as you want. We're just getting started on this, and you can finish it at your own speed at another time. And you can decide to make your pattern close together or far apart. I'm doing mine far apart so I can show you the complete shape. I have space for, I think, 1 more or 2 more lines. I'm going to do 1 more. If you're still on your first shape or your second shape, you can pause the video and take your time and catch up to me on the 3rd shape. Well, I'm going to start my 3rd shape now. And here it goes. 2. So I look at number 3. And my 2, my dice looks like that. And it's diagonal lines. I got a pretty easy one there. Here I go for my number 3. You do your rolling. I'm filling in for number 3. You can stop the camera until you finish number 3. Well, I like my 3 designs. It's kind of surprising how they all came out together and look so good together. Now you can stop there, or you can go on and do some coloring. I did get out my crayons, and remember that picture of the candy corn? It was white, yellow, and orange. Well, unfortunately, I only have a broken orange crayon, but I'm going to use it on the bottom anyway. And you can use crayons that we sent home from school, or you can use markers. But I'm going to use this orange to color in the bottom part of my candy corn. Again, you can stop the camera and color it in darker if you like. But this is my orange. For the yellow, I don't have a yellow crayon because I lost it somewhere for just today. I'm sure I'll find it. But now I have my yellow. Kind of a big area to color in. So I'm just going to make some broad strokes of my yellow. This is a highlighting pen I'm using because I don't have a yellow crayon today. Something like that. I'm done with the second section, and then the white, the top stays white. So that is my candy corn. For me, that project went kind of fast. So remember how I had done a second candy corn before we met? I had done this one. Well, I like doing this so much that I'm going to do a third candy corn just for fun. I'm going to take a plain piece of paper and lay it over my candy corn. And I can see it through there. I'm going to trace that. Maybe I'll use my pencil first. And I'm going to trace the shape of the candy corn with my section 1, 2, and 3. And now I have a pattern to make another one. I think I'll make a lot to decorate my windows. So that's all for today. And I hope that you have fun coloring your candy corn and that you have a fun Halloween. Bye-bye.